Have you ever had a physics class? If so, then you know it takes knowledge to pass, like stuff about waves, circuits and force, and how 10 horsepower can come from one horse. Physics is something that's useful all the time, including when you turn cornstarch into slime. Electricity in your phone makes it glow, so that all times you can be in the know. If you've ever been to a playground, you should know that there's physics all around. Like if you sit down on a seesaw, you're on a lever that uses Newton's law. Your eyes use physics too, you need light waves to see. Physics is the best class in school, what else could it be?
Morning to the class of Physics 2. I'm here to teach a bit about circuits to you. Long ago they bent an amber spindle in Greece, discovering an electric force was being released. In the late 1700s, many years had passed. Franklin found charging rods of rubber and glass. Long story short, the balloon stuck in your hair sticks because electrons move from here to there. The electrons are small, they can't have any charge. Actually, said Thomson, their charge is very large. But how to quantify the force of charge that we saw? It's quite simple, said Coulomb as he presented his law. Force is a product of the charges in constant k, divided by the distance between them squared, okay? Now this is good, we've hit all the basics home. But this lesson wouldn't be complete without our man Ohm. Ohm thought of things too great to resist him. He summed up the nature of the electrical system. He lives on in his law, V equals I times R, with every outlet, light switch, electric car. Equivalent resistance in series and parallel, controls voltage and current even in your cell. But there's so much about circuits that we're still learning, and we need smart kids like you to keep the world turning.
Isaac Newton was sitting under a tree, looking around, thinking, what will I see? When an apple came down, causing him to decree, I know, it must be gravity. You see, forces are everywhere, acting on us all. They affect you when you're running, and even when you fall. People wanted rules, they knew who to call. Sir Isaac, they said, make us 3 new laws. The first law is inertia. It was founded in his test, where an object not in motion would stay at rest. But if the object's moving in a constant motion, you can't slow it down without making a commotion. Second law, he found some correlation with an object's mass and its acceleration. He took his findings and without hesitation used it to make a very new equation. F equals am, and if you don't forget, you passed any basic physics test, I bet. Newton's final law was his third. You'll find that the concept wasn't that absurd. When you take a force and put it in action, you're met with an equal and opposite reaction.
There's a whole bunch that I need to tell about how waves are super swell. Waves of light can give you vision. To educate you is my mission. First, let's start with how you see. It's how you perceive the grass and trees. Then there's the visible spectrum in the middle, so you can flip burgers on the griddle. To the left, there's 3 others. Their waves are longer, like days in summer. You can call them infra, micro radiation. Getting to know them is a cool sensation. That's not all, because on the right, there's gamma, X-ray, and ultraviolet light. Unlike the others, they're much smaller, but that doesn't mean that they're not baller. When you hear sound, it comes in waves. Some are longitudinal and they're here to stay. Longitudinal means you're pushing them together, like cold penguins condensing in windy weather. Transverse waves bounce up and down. You can see this when your guitar makes sounds. Now you know more about waves. This knowledge pertains to every day. Don't forget to drink your Ovaltine.